This is Lone Catamount in No Man's Sky. And where we left off, we were given the task of creating a mind arc to store Artemis, I guess, in some form or fashion, and we had given a recipe to craft that from Sparky there. And so, as you can see, I have crafted the mine arc. I didn't really record this part of it because one of the things you had to make was lubricant, which required copyright. Not a problem, I had plenty of that in storage. If you've watched any of the previous videos, you've seen I've got pretty much a full set of storage vaults with stuff in them. But I did not have the gamma root for the lubricant, and it needed 400 gamma root to get that. So you have to go to a radioactive planet, and I highly recommend having a radiation deflector shield installed on your exosuit if you got the space for it. As luck would have it, none of the planets in my system since the new patch, the main patch 1.3, one of them had gamma root onto it, and then after the patch it does not. But the planet I was on, in the system I was in, when I was looking for Artemis, after going through the portal, that one had gamma root onto it. Unfortunately, the radiation wasn't a problem, but it was a high sentinel pissed off planet. So that made... honestly, I probably should have recorded it, but I didn't. It was basically me. I grabbed enough resources with me to build an exocraft, so I could use that to travel around the surface without, popping up and down on my ship all the time. The only problem was I did make a mistake. I screwed up, and I crafted the Colossus exocraft instead of my roamer. Excuse me, take a drink there. Which would have been a little bit faster, and with enough storage spaces, I would have been able to store most of everything. So I ended up having pretty much a round and round fight with sentinels. Every time I collected a plant, they were there. Guns a-blazing. So that was interesting to get 400 gamma root. And that took me grind time. That probably took me a good hour and a half, jumping through canyons and so forth, blowing up sentinels. Got a lot of zinc out of it, so that was a good thing. But yeah. Alright, so it says, so now they got the mine arc. It says the first traveler, bring the mine arc to Artemis, use the base teleport to return to the system where you left Artemis. So what's nice about this is that, now that we activate my portal, it says, on station, tune to Artemis. I don't know why this has my station listed twice for current system. Seems kind of strange unless they're doing these as like a save point now. I'll have to read the patch notes and see what they said on that. But we're gonna go to this. I have noticed we get some pixelation, some blockiness on the videos, even before I run them through my post software. But they're not, there's nothing there while I'm recording. So, but I have seen it with other channels as well, so I'm not sure if it's just a matter of playback not being able to handle the amount of data that's being pushed through there, or what the deal is. Got a pretty rugged system here, so I'm not thinking it's the system. But anyway, watch other channels as well. I have. It's not through my PC. It's through an alternate streaming device. So that pretty much eliminates the PC part of it. Alrighty, well, let's yeah, and the funny thing was too is the planet I was on, Gamma Root, actually had a base on it available to colonize. But I am not entirely sure why some people want to colonize that place. High rad. All the creatures were jello mold creatures. And, well, you know, the Sentinels were just totally out of control. And raging constantly. Let's go back to the Hollow Terminus. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't record for the most part, the grind of just getting all the materials I needed to make the Hollow Terminus. I mean, not the Hollow Terminus, but the Mind Arc. It would have definitely been a yawn fest, except for the continual Sentinel fights. I will say a Blaze Javelin optional multi-tool is pretty good. You can, upgrades I have on it right now, it's not fully upgraded, but the upgrades I have on it now, I can 2 shots and kill a Sentinel. The Walkers, the 4-legged quadruped Sentinels, I'm not sure about them yet. The one that I did come across when I was in my Colossus, when I choose the cannon on the Colossus to blow them up. That worked pretty good. Freighter. I'm quite sure what to do with that one. Suppose I have seen some bit of other guys. Park it right on top of that. This looks slightly different than the last time. You're gonna throw me way over there? Okay. Fine. Sorry, I need plutonium, man. I used a lot of plutonium when I was going after the Gamma Root. Alright, well, aren't you just looking different? I've scanned you before. It's one of your species. Alright. 15 hours. Alright, what in the hell was I just scanning? Yeah, so... between charging up the Colossus and the weapon systems. Oh, still a Blaze Javelin from fighting everything. Might want to go talk to your brothers on the other planet and see how they fare. Good boy. Okie dokie. would be really awesome if we could build structures like this in our bases. That would be awesome. Multiple signals available. Well, awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, we know this. Tune to Artemis. Okay, where? Oh, here we go. Fetch and grab, fetch and grab. I wonder. Let me try this. Ooh. Concern doesn't look like it. Okay. One funny thing on the when I was doing the fetch and grab for Gamma Root, of course, if anybody's played this game, you know the Colossus is the biggest exograph. I have experienced with Sentinels trying to flip it over, but I'd stopped the Colossus and I'd gotten out and was picking up some Gamma Root, and all of a sudden I can hear this sound. You know, it sounds like the Sentinels beating the crap out of my Colossus. I turn around and it's not Sentinels, it's two of the creatures on this planet. They're like jelly creatures, and they're just romping around on the Colossus like it was a toy, and popping it up and down on the ground and trying to crawl underneath it. Funny as hell to watch. Anyway. Let's see. Yes, bring them on Artemis. My last recording for this storyline was a little over an hour long. I'm probably going to by the time you've seen this, I would have decided or not to break it up into a couple of different videos just for the sake of rendering time. The software I'm using, it works pretty good, and it doesn't do too bad with a half-hour video. Once it starts getting up into over an hour of time frame, then it tends to really take its time. Then of course the upload time, once everything is rendered. Alright, well this is totally different than it was before. Huh. Shoots and ladders, shoots and ladders. Oh, there they are. Huh, alright. Alright, let's see how this is gonna go down. I know I just used Mine Arc, but I wanna... Let's get some Story. I didn't. Static. Alright, I didn't. Static, thank you. Come back. You never gave Static up, did you? All these years. I have Static. Been here for 20 years, waiting for you, Static. You were going to find my star chart, weren't Static? Artemis repeats the words again, our conversational but forgotten. They stare at me, their eyes pained, their mind trapped in this loop. They appear to have spent 20 years in pseudo-death, haunted by loneliness and fear. If the stranger's device works, perhaps I can help Artemis move on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to use my... Activate the Mine Arc. I do not know what to expect. What I expect. Some show of light and fury, some catharsis where Artemis emerges in the flesh, restored to life before my eyes. I don't think so. But it is not to be. One moment I see their hologram, and the next there is nothing. The stranger who gave me these blueprints beckons me over. Their signal still active. Jesus. Park that right on me? Alright, Sparky. What do you got? The travelers were a dream, an idea that we would meet and become more than ourselves. Artemis had it. You had it. Apollo too, though they would conceal it. Even I had this dream long ago. There are more of us than you know, my friend. Walk in these worlds yearning for friendship. No one wants to be alone, not truly. But the closer you get to others, the more you risk hurting yourself, hurting them. The deepest secrets of the universe is not that of the glass, or the aerons, or the progenitors. It is that final act, the decision to abandon those who need you. It is the primal sin, the foundation of existence itself. Go to the stars, traveler. Your friends wait for you. They will help you bring peace to poor Artemis. Return when you are finished. We have much to discuss. And leave. What's interesting is the way they did that last bit of dialogue there about how there's more of us than you know. Walking these worlds, looking for companionship. They basically, and to my mind, admitted that they were watching all of us players, and in particular the guys with the live streams and doing the videos, and the comments that everybody made, and also on the other forums, how they wanted to be able to interact with the other players of this game. And To me, it makes me think that they were actually that's their nod to the players, saying that yeah, we were listening and we were working on a way to make this happen. And so far as I know, they have. I have not met another player yet, but I hear that they're I have faceplant myself into the rocks there. But there is a multiplayer available now. And I'll use this. But I think it gets activated after you meet a player the first time. So, and then after that, you have the option in your screen for networking. I'm honestly not overly optimistic about running it into another player. Just for the simple fact of, I don't know, it's a big universe. Admittedly, I'm not on anybody's radar anyway, so. Alright, let's see what we got here. What's it? Oh, damn it, I hate it when I do that. Waited too long. Here we go. Let's do thrusters. Alright, so let's open this up. I don't care about that. Journey, that's what I want. Still getting used to this thing, as you can tell. Alright. Seek help for Artemis. Answers may be found in the stars. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Gonna get shit. Huh. Follow! You're not liar, Gek. You're a Gek, Follow. Takes me a moment to realize who I'm speaking to. This alien. I've met them before. They are Specialist Polo, the partner of the Corvax priest entity Nada. They are my friends, stewards of an anomalous station located outside of time and space. And identify myself, of course. I identify myself, causing Polo to squint at their communicator screen in surprise. They clap their hands, recognizing me with joy. The signal drew them to the system, although they had expected a source to be hot, so they are pleased to see a familiar face. Tell me that your station is inbound to my location and should be with me soon. Now that is an entrance. Anomaly my ass. These are my friends. I think they're my friends. Where'd you had to put the door on the other side of me, huh? Got it, kid.
Warning. Threat
fix that? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Nickel, fungal mold, and dynamic resonator. Alright, well. I don't need it to warp right now. Alright, where else my grave at? It's behind me? Must be. Yep, I should have just got inside. Every bullet door. Nothing found. Huh. Story loss inventory. Warp cells. Yeah, I kind of want those. Iron. Plutonium. Where the hell is the door? Must have passed over it. Two exclamation points. Oh, nice. Alright, guys, we made it. After getting my ass shot. Almost had that last guy. Hey, nada. How are you? Are you hungry? This is a customary greeting for an old friend. Yes? Well, yeah, depending where you're at. Previously they had previously reserved for each other. They do not understand how I did this. Yeah, well, let's tell them what they've been doing. I tell them about the other travelers I have encountered. I tell them that I went through a portal to find and rescue one of them, a friend named Artemis. At the mention of the portal, and lights on Nada's mask begin to stutter. What did traveler friend say? Repeat, portal. Whoa. I explained that I activated a portal and went through. Nada appears terrified. Saw the mask lights go red. What did traveler friend encounter within the breach? Did it see you? Did the Atlas find you? Please, you must not go back. Well, we'll see what happens. Nada becomes more frightened when I tell them about my encounter with the Atlas terminal. They begin to scan me with their visor, looking for signs of something they call rampancy. Eventually satisfied by their scan, Nada calms down. They ask why I have come here. Alright, let's tell them about Artemis. I tell Nada that I carry the remains of a traveler named Artemis, an explorer who lost her life attempting to find others of their kind. I'm about to explain the nature of the Mind Arc when Nada touches it directly, the lights on their mask burning more brightly than ever. It is Echo. I never thought to see a traveler. Soul, you are so beautiful. Artemis Echo is in pain. Disconnected, traveler. We can help them, but there is a choice. Artemis Echo will never have a body again, will never explore again. Old life gone. You must choose. Upload them to machine, to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo in suffering. Okay, what's the simulation? I think I already know. I ask what would life be like inside of the simulation. Nada pauses for a moment, staring at me strangely. Nada tells me that Artemis would still feel joy at the things they experienced, but if they should learn of their fate, that they were alone, no longer real, unable to meet their friends, such knowledge may cause them great pain. Considering they were 20 years in a loop, not quite sure how much more bad it could be. You must choose. Upload them to machine to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo in suffering. Alright, let's ask if there's another way. Nada shakes their head strangely, trying to adopt my own mannerisms. The gesture is appreciated, if disconcerting. And then we're back to this. You must choose. Alright. Go and speak with Polo, traveler. They will help you calibrate the machines, no matter what your decision. Whatever you do, I am proud of your compassion. You are a traveler, friend. Yo, Polo. Now told me what you need to do just now, friend. That we support you, no matter the choice. The anomaly has many rooms and many secrets. One of these is open to me, a dormant machine now activated. Yeah, we were in this room once before. It was a Korvax, yeah, the Korvax simulation terminal. Ooh. Making noise this time. Grease entity authorization detected. Secondary simulation 5 activated. The machine is ancient and powerful, a relic of a world long since destroyed. As I stand before it, Nada tells me of its origin, how 1,000 entities died rescuing it from the obliteration of Corvax Prime. It is a simulation of a solar system, a prayer offered to the Atlas. Nada would not explain how the simulation could act as a prayer, but this machine, this single false solar system, will act as a home for Artemis, should I wish it. And then we're given the choices: upload Artemis, allow Artemis to die, or leave. Well, the middle option, to allow Artemis to die, is really not much of an option. After everything we've gone through to try to help Artemis on this journey, it would seem kind of pointless now just to say, alright, well, that's it, you're done. And to leave, I'm not entirely sure what that's gonna do, because then we'll still have Artemis's mind arc, and really then it's no different than the middle option. So we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna upload Artemis and see what happens. I upload Artemis to the simulation, a spark of blue light blazing through the air before me. It fades after a moment, disappearing into the depths of the machine. Now it tells me that that is done. For my sake, they will permit transmissions to and from the simulation, at least while their station passes through safe systems. They wish me luck in my journey, telling me that Artemis will need some time to grow adjusted to their new life. So, it kinda, I mean, I'm just hypothetical here, but it seems as though after doing this, they've left, I'm pausing here as I'm formulating my words here, how I want to word this. It's almost as if they've left an interaction point for the players and events in the game. I play other games, and there's what's called you'll have NPCs that they're part of the game, but they don't do anything other than provide interaction or for certain quests or information that you would need to complete various things. And I'm wondering if that's what the goal is here with Artemis now. If that is how this is going to play out. It'd be interesting to see. And as far as I can tell, I can't interact with anything else now. Must be something else there. Alright. But, well, Artemis is there. Yeah, we did that. At least I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't let me to interact with anything. So, let's walk around. Quest updated. First traveler. That took a few minutes. Yep. mark. C-class. No, mine's better. Apollo, you got junky stuff, man. Or woman. The soul of your allies are safe with us. That's nice. Our motorcycle will live on. Traveler took them from corruption and restored them to a life of exploration, to see a solar system that none but Korvax have ever witnessed. You have done well, traveler. Yeah, let's hope I don't get shot at this time. Static, are you static receiving? Oh yeah. Artemis is showing static available again. Your signal was static. Thought you were gone. It is a relief to hear Apollo again. It feels like we have not spoken in a long time. Alright, well, let's try to explain it. I tried to recount the experiences to Apollo as best I can. The gateway, the strange planet, a vast machine, the crimson orb. As I talk, I realize the memories themselves are unstable, that I cannot form them in my mind. It is just a dull, aching red. I tell Apollo that I think I saw the Atlas itself. You saw it? You met the Atlas? These species, the Gex, the Korvax, they worship it as a god. I never thought it was real. Never thought. Are you alright? I can't imagine what you've gone through. Say it was terrifying, say it was a machine, say it was not a god. We already know it's a machine. It's not a god. I tell Apollo the things the Atlas said, how it spoke of travelers and sentinels, as if we were protocols, not living things. The way it views us, the way it looked at me, it felt as if life and death were just fragile dreams, not real concepts of all. Well, I felt. At least it didn't harm you. You didn't think. I think there's something in what you just said. The Korvax pay homage to the Sentinels precisely because they believe them to be servants of the Atlas. We should investigate further. This machine will lead us to the Sentinel's nest. We'll be rich before we know it. Yeah, I'm not interested in picking a fight with the Sentinels constantly. Agree, say talk of money is absurd. Not really. Want to buy a bigger freighter. Say there are more important things. Yes, a bigger freighter. Alright, let's go with that. I suggest we have bigger things to worry about. The Atlas felt hostile, inexplicable in its motives and purpose, not to mention all that has happened since. I tell Apollo of Artemis' grave, and my encounter with the mysterious traveler, Null. I suggest there is more going on here than an opportunity to earn units. Artemis is dead? I don't. How would static? I know I made fun of them, but that was easy. They cared, they believed, and I, static. What's happened to them? Where have you buried Artemis? I want to say goodbye if I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just because lies perpetuate more lies, then you have to keep lying for the lies and eventually get caught in the lies. Yeah, there's some Nietzscheism for you. Alright. I tell Apollo that Null gave me a way of saving Artemis to restore them to a form of life. Sorta. Apollo was initially excited at the prospect of going to meet Artemis, but I explained the nature of what I did. I tell them that Artemis' soul lives on only within a simulation, unable to go beyond. No matter what, I'm right. It is a long time before Apollo speaks again. be happy. I hope so. You did the right thing. You tried. Whatever you might be feeling right now, know that you did, that you are a good friend. I have to go through the portals and join you. That much is clear. We just need to figure out the right glyphs, the right addresses for that world of yours. Find a monolith, search for patterns in the data. These things are machines, and we simply need to understand their code. First traveler, locate a monolith. Use L3 to scan your surroundings. Oh boy. Alright. Arrive in 1 week. Where the hell is that? Alright. Coming in hot. To say the least. Brakes. You did not drop me in a gully. You did. Oh look, it's radioactive. So bad if they weren't so busy. There you go, round 2. Oh! Not my face. Anomaly, anomaly, anomaly. Yeah, so that's alright. I see the stone of the monolith. It's immovable, muted silver, and yet something lurks beneath. It is gray and yet not gray, a crimson calling out from somewhere below its cool surface. Locate a portal. God. had to be on the other side of the planet. Why is it? That does not make any sense. Sentinels pissed off. Awesome. And I hear one. Hey guys. Really? Alright, camera time. Okay, well, let's see. How much is it going to take?
Technology recharge.
You gotta go through and do this with every single glyph. Oh, it's a different type of energy. Huh. Well, I got a crap load of zinc.
Technology recharge.
Huh. Yeah.
Technology recharge.
So back to isotopes.
Technology recharge.
Which this one's zinc again, yeah.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
And this may not be so good, because I may run out of
Technology
iridium
recharge.
before I run out of portals.
Technology recharge.
Okay, now what?
Radiation protection stabilizing. Technology recharge.
Okay, so...
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
There we go. So yeah, fully charged. The portal seems to beg me as I approach, demanding my attention. It requires me to activate it. It requires me to travel on. I am unsure if I should listen. Ooh, this ought to be interesting. Oh, come on, no. Leave me the heck alone. Oh, we're gonna try this. Yeah. And of course you cannot activate the camera. Right. Just doing a little freehand here. So I try not to get blown up. This is ridiculous. Of course, this one planet here. Okay, if I leave, I am going to be in the middle of a fight. This ought to be awesome. I'm trying to get to my ship here. And they are pissed.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Contact Apollo at a hollow terminus by using L3 to scan your surroundings. Okay. And that is probably on another planet. Arrive in 1 hour. Yeah, okay. Let's put her on the roof. This is the same barren rock. As much as I'd love to explore that crashed freighter and look for various loose and stuff, as angry as the Sentinels are here, I'm thinking probably not. They'll be so incredibly limited. Hey, look, Marguerite. Alright, so I'm going to need isotopes.
Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
Ionize and silicates. Luckily I had all that stuff on me. It definitely would have been a chore had I not. There's terminal signals I'm getting. I'm gonna pick up here. Apollo, I don't know if you want to come here, man. It's bad. About the farm. One after another here. No. Two travelers, one who cared too much and one who cared too little. The universe is not what you thought it would be, is it? What you felt was promised. Makes sense. Don't feel bad. Every sentient being that has ever lived has felt this way at some point. I know I did once upon a time. I was angry and confused at my own solitude. Imagine my surprise when you woke me. Oh, I know you didn't mean to. I know you were just playing around with the portals. But whatever you did, I'm here now, and I need your help. The Atlas. It is not what you think it is. Something is happening to the universe. Something I need your help to figure out. Why? The Sentinels not just keep peace across the universe. Their motives are run deeper than that. Seeking out anomalies in the multiverse, universal structure and eliminating them from existence. Yeah, we are anomalies. He looked at me. What do you think a sentinel would do if they came across my form? No, it has to be you, traveler. There is an observatory nearby. I will lead you to the location of a crashed freighter. Oh, it will lead you to a location of a crashed freighter of great interest to our investigation. There you will find the first secret. I am sure of it. Know that the Atlas is neither enemy nor friend to us, no more than the air or the wind might be called such names. But it is terrified, it is in pain, and we have a responsibility to help its suffering, no matter the cost. What are your motives? Once I leave, as I move to leave, I see the Artemis frequency has become available once more on the network. I should speak to them before I find Null's observatory. Artemis. Static, I escaped, traveler. I escaped. One moment I was running from them, the stars shifting, terrible smiles within the dark. And the next I was here. Well, whoever here is. This new world has a sun, has life. It's beautiful, but I think anything would be beautiful after the months spent in that awful place. I'm ready to get going now, though. We'll do what we did before, except there will be no shifting stars to stop us this time. If you bring this star chart to a nearby station, I'm sure we'll find each other soon. Artemis is unaware of everything. They do not know that they died, that I made a choice to bind their soul in a simulated solar system. They believe that it is still possible to fulfill the dream of meeting another traveler. Well, they have in a way. Tell Artemis the truth or continue the deception. There was no deception to start with. So we're telling the truth. But how do I tell them their world is not real? Even if I saved them from death, I took their dream away from them. They are limited to a single system, and will never meet a kindred soul. Be direct, present positives, say you are sorry. Tell Artemis everything, from the cave I discovered with their grave to the final upload of their soul to a simulated solar system. Artemis thinks I'm joking at first. I will never forget how their smile falters. After a few more questions, they tell me they need some time to think about what I have said. Okay, and we're on another run. Let me see. Observatory. 10 minutes per foot. Oh boy. Alrighty, well, let me get down to my ship. Wherever that is. Save this here. rocket ship. And we are going to call it a night.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Alright. So, as I said, we're going to call it a night now. This is Lone Catamount in No Man's Sky. If you liked what you watched tonight, on this video here, yeah, go away.
Hostiles approaching.
Give it a like. If you want to keep watching, subscribe. And see you again.